Old Zahn was at home playing a boxing game with his kids, but his wife was terrified. He angrily scolded the children, but his real frustration was with himself for agreeing to fight in such a dangerous match. His wife was on the verge of breaking down. As Old Zahn prepared to leave, his friends watched him. This brave man bid farewell to his wife and children, their faces full of sorrow as if it were their final goodbye. Sitting in the car, the crowds along the roadside cheered for him. As soon as Old Zahn left, his wife went to the church to pray. She was surprised to find it packed with people praying for her husband. Old Zahn had already become a hero in people's hearts, fighting not just for himself, but for everyone. The arena was crowded, and his wife found him, understanding his responsibility. Old Zahn was the pride and hope of the people. She decided to support her husband with all her heart. With tears in her eyes, she expressed her love for him, but also her need to let him go. She prayed for Old John's safe return. Everywhere, from churches to taverns, people gathered around radios to listen to the broadcast. At the venue, 40,000 people witnessed the fight. When Old Zahn appeared, the vast crowd fell silent out of respect. As he approached the ring, someone shouted, and the place erupted into deafening cheers. It seemed like the shackles of fate were about to be shattered. In the first round, the champion, with his long limbs and towering stature, toyed with Old Zahn, holding him down and laughing arrogantly to intimidate him. Despite being a close combat expert, Old Zahn found no advantage and barely made it through the round. In the second round, the champion used a strategy of pushing Old Zahn away and dodging his attacks, wearing him down before launching a frenzied attack when Old Zahn was cornered. By the third round, he targeted Old John's old injury, pounding his ribs and causing excruciating pain. In the next round, the champion's underhanded tactics continued, even attacking after the referee called a stop and whispering taunts about Old John's wife to unsettle him. The more the champion provoked, the harder Old Zahn fought back, causing the champion significant pain. This round, the champion's viciousness was evident as he aimed to finish Old Zahn with a barrage of powerful punches, leaving him battered and bruised. Everyone was anxious for Old Zahn as his age began to show. Despite taking several heavy blows, he didn't lose his composure. Life's hardships hadn't defeated him, and he wouldn't surrender to this champion. A series of counterpunches left the champion reeling, turning his smug smile into a grimace. The battle of fists was a test of endurance, resilience, and defiance against fate. The champion, confused and disoriented, resorted to a foul low blow, causing Old Zahn immense pain and costing the champion points. In the final round, Old John's partner advised him to avoid the champion and wait for the match to end, as a knockout was the only way for the champion to win. Yet, Old Zahn faced him head-on, embodying years of unyielding spirit. Even though he wasn't favored in a direct clash, everyone from the audience to neutral commentators, from his wife to radio listeners, was invested in Old John's fight. Suddenly, the champion landed a powerful punch to Old John's face, sending him flying to the edge of the ring. The crowd stood in tense silence as Old John's vision blurred. He recalled the champion's past knockouts and knew he couldn't fall. As the champion's finishing blow came, Old Zahn dodged and counterattacked with the ferocity of a roaring tiger, striking the champion repeatedly. The spectators went wild, swarming the ring, cheering for the relentless warrior. Both fighters were exhausted, but their resolve remained. The champion's punches grew weak, while Old John's remained powerful. Just then, the match ended, and the champion was spared further beating. Based on the scores, Old Zahn overwhelmingly won and ascended to the top of the boxing world. This true story from 1935 inspired many. Later, Old Zahn bought the dock, where he had worked during the Great Depression and helped build a bridge. He and his wife enjoyed their later years with his prize money. A real man should be tough yet tender, brave and upright, facing fate with unyielding resolve. If you like this story, please share it with more people.